Real quick, just thought I'd give you guys a brief overview of my helmet and night vision setup that I'm super stoked about. Can't wait to really run the hell out of this thing. I got an opportunity to do it a few days ago, but I'll start from the back to the front of the helmet as far as all the add-ons and all the stuff that goes on to it. Give you guys a small little peek, if you guys can see that. So the helmet itself is the OPSCORE SF High Cut. It's the ballistic helmet in multicam, obviously, and I'm running the amp arms along. The amps along with the OPSCORE arms that go along with it. Everybody's like, well, what do you think about the AXLs, which are fantastic, to be quite honest with you, because you can use them with other head units like these Comtacs. I honestly wanted an entire OPSCORE setup. That's really all it is. It looks real cool when it's all matched up, but that's just me. And that's what I wanted. As far as the ears are concerned, before I get super sidetracked, I get a lot of questions. I might as well say this now. Which one's better? What do you think about the amps? Because they're a bit of a huge price tag in comparison to something like these. Honestly, if you are upgrading from Comtacs to amps, truth be told, there isn't a huge difference. You're not really missing out on honestly a whole lot. There's a little bit of a higher quality as far as hearing is concerned with these, which are super cool, and I do like the low profile style of these as opposed to the Comtacs, but they honestly really shine when you use the NFMI earplugs that you have to buy separately, which is super cool because you can double plug while at the same time not losing any of your electronic hearing, because sometimes we used to double plug using our Comtacs or whatnot, and we'd use like the little earplugs, like little neoprene earplugs. You double plug, but you lose some of the electronics, which kind of sucks. So that's really where it shines at, truthfully. Again, I paid full price for this, so to each their own. Some people are like, oh, it's the best thing ever made. I'm like, hey man, it's cool, dog. Like, I like the setup because it's dope and I wanted it, so that's just that. So as far as the helmet is concerned, I'm gonna go from back to front. I'm currently running the TNVS the Mark 1 Gen 2 Mohawk. There we go. Try to get the name correct. These are more for your PVS 14 style units, from what I was told. But truthfully, I like it. It works really well because you can put batteries in it along with your counterweights for the actual unit itself. And it works. It works just fine. I know the Mark II has the ability to put the battery pack that's for it too. They both use batteries. You're still gonna have to change it either way. So for me, it's like whatever. Anyways. And also it's cool because it integrates a little cable management system for your ears, which is pretty cool. I'm running the amps, obviously, along with the OPSCORE arms. They have integrated cable management systems in it, which is really, really nice. As far as that's concerned. And then now on the right side of the helmet, I'm running the Surefire Vampire along with the VariArc from Theorem. Cool little setup, just because you're allowed to like umbrella your light under because it's a white light as well as an IR light, and being able to do that like in a room is super dope. Really cool little option to be able to do it. It's a really solid setup too. And and the IR on the Vampire is super impressive. The throw on it is pretty gnarly, especially under IR, because I think it's like 250 or 300 lumens for the white light. I was like, man, that's not a whole lot. But then I'm like, wait, it's a helmet light. What am I tripping over? But the IR light itself, super nice. As far as the left side of the helmet is concerned, I'm running the Princeton Tech Charge Pro. It's super. I love just the overall look of it, truthfully. But it's cool because it has a few settings. It has a red light, which is high and low, and then you have a white light that's on it, and then if you hold the button down, you can dim the light and higher the light, which is super cool. And these things are really nice as far as the output is concerned. And illumination, as far as the illuminator and laser illuminator that I'm using, I'm running the Mall from B.E. Myers. I actually got this kind of on a trade, and I bought plus a little bit of cash to a buddy of mine. This is the older version. I think it's the one with the 6 setting. It was just made like as of like last year. I know there's an 8 version setting of it, and everybody I've asked was like, dude, honestly, this has a lot of output. The 8 setting is really not that necessary. Again, it's just dependent on who it's for. It's sitting on, I know people are going to ask, it's sitting on a Knight's Armament CQB Mod 2 upper. So all the Gucci, right? And that's pretty much it as far as the helmet is concerned. Oh, and the mount is the Wilcox G24 mount I picked up from Gooden Gear. I got it from them because they had it Cerakoted in a real nice kind of tan look, and it matched the shroud that was on the Wilcox shroud on the helmet itself. So that's pretty much it as far as that's concerned. So now what everybody's been waiting for is the actual night vision setup. So these are DTNVS's, and it's built out by Licentia Arms. Really good guys. Talked to Tyler over Instagram, one of the owners. Really cool guy, very good customer service. And it's the DTNVS's, and it's running the, I think it's 24 FOM, which is like a higher output. Again, don't quote me exactly on that because I'm still getting used to understanding the nomenclature when it comes to using night vision. And the rear of the actual tubes, the ocular lenses, I'm using, I ordered the depth ether ones, which are lighter along with a larger viewing window. And the weight was a huge difference that I saw between a buddy of mine who's running the same setup, basically the same setup, just using the normal ocular lenses that they get with it. And it's the Actin Black, if I haven't said it already, housing itself. Super awesome setup. I'm like really excited, not gonna lie. And oh yeah, and it has if I can try to get you guys to see it, as far as the on and off switch that's right here, if you can see it, there is an integrated IR illuminator that's on the actual unit itself. So it's pretty cool. It's cool in the sense that it's nice for a little admin light. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, I'm using the IPD stops, the interpupillary device stop, whatever. It allows to kind of stop, so every time you articulate them, it stops in the exact spot. Still trying to mess with it a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty much it as far as the unit is concerned. Really, Suri? Is that necessary? Oh, God, I swear to God. Whatever. Anyways. Well, yeah, and the retention device I'm using is the Nerd from Kinetic Consulting. The whole retention device thing was really interesting to kind of find out. Post a question up about it. A lot of people were telling me that there's a few different reasons for using retention. Not only just for retention, which is what I thought it was for, but it's also to mitigate the wobble between the mount and the shroud lockup, which apparently there's a wobble that goes on. I didn't realize that was a thing. Truthfully, I was like, wow, I didn't realize spending $500 on a mount plus $2,500 on a helmet, you would have that. But apparently, it's just the way it is. Everybody that I know is running it has the same issue. But cool, it's not big of a deal. But the one I'm running is the Nerd from Kinetic Consulting. It's really cool because you can put it between the Mohawk that I have in behind, along with it sitting on the Velcro, really secure. And what's cool, when I push the release button, it kind of comes up by itself. So it's kind of its own little spring tension or spring loaded system. So the retention is cool in the sense that you're able to retain your night vision goggle just in case it were to fall. Also, it reduces that barrel, or that, not the barrel, but the shroud and the mount lockup. So it's pretty cool. I know the helmet itself comes with its own retention device, which is nice. A lot of people, I got a whole bunch of different answers from a bunch of different people in regards to whether or not using just the retention device that's on the helmet itself or using both. For me, honestly, I'd like the added security. This is a large investment, it's just a lot of money. So it's one of those things where it's like, man, I'd rather be safe than sorry. If you don't need to use it, cool, I ain't tripping. But yeah, that's pretty much the overall helmet night vision setup. Give you guys a small little tidbit of it again. So, oh, and I think I didn't mention this. It was the Core IR illuminator. It also has Viz as well. It's the Hellstar. People say to use it, to not use it, whether it's needed or not. Excuse me, because I know you can. It's made to be able to find people from 3 to 4 nautical miles, which is cool. But I like using it only for the fact that when we go shoot with a lot of other guys who have night vision, or even when we shot white light, it's cool to have that because you're able to kind of see really prominently where everybody is at. Sometimes we'd use chem lights and throw it on our belt or on our hat, whatever it may be, but this is kind of useful in that sense. Some people say it's not necessary. I don't really care. Honestly, plus it looks pretty dope when it's sitting on the back of the helmet like that. So that's pretty much the entire setup. So hopefully you guys like it. Let me know what kind of setup y'all running, whether it's helmet, night vision, or both. I'd really appreciate if you guys can like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to start posting up a lot more videos. Our internet's a little bit better now because it used to take like 10 hours to upload a video, which is why I haven't really posted a whole lot. But yeah, so let me know. All right, man. Peace.